is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm headed over to the shop right now. We have some work to do on my white E36 drift car. The last drift fit of this season, I realized there was actually a water leak coming from the very back of the motor. I believe it's one of the heater core hoses, so I'm gonna have to actually take the whole thing apart, the intake manifold, take that off. That way I can see down in there and diagnose it. So that is our plan for today, and I think Andy said something about he's wanting to go out and do some skids and some tandems, so we'll see exactly how that rolls out. But it'll be good to get that car roadworthy again because I've been wanting to drive it. All right, guys, made it to the shop. Got the E36 sitting right here. Working out of the back of the shop today. Andy's swapping some tires over in the back, if you can see him over there. So let me go ahead and walk you through what I'm gonna do. It's getting kind of late, so I gotta do this quick. The leak is back in here, so all I gotta do is take off this little cover here. Gotta take all the bolts off the intake manifold, take out throttle body, some small hoses here and there, a couple of hoses underneath, a bolt right in here, and the guy should pop right off. That way I'll be able to get to that hose, and that way I can hopefully replace it tonight. Alright, been working on the car, just got it all buttoned up. Currently bleeding all the coolant because pretty much all of it drained out. So currently bleeding it, got everything put back together. Some of it's a little bit iffy. Car's looking good. Sucker fired right up. Put a battery in it. We got some tires. Andy's out here prepping his little white one over here. He's swapping the front 2 tires on it so we can go night drifting. But oh man, it's been a while since I've driven this thing. This is my original drift car. Taught me about pretty much everything I know. I love this thing so much. It's been through 15 events, same powertrain, hardly giving me any issues. Got a little cage in here. It's been one of those cars that really cooperate with you. So we went to another spot. The first spot we went to, there's a bunch of people there. Hold on. So we just figured out a new line. This is a new spot to us, so hopefully we can kind of stay low key with it. I'm gonna go and give her a test run, and then we can start doing some tandies. What's that?
Yeah, I saw it literally like kind of sparking whenever you was driving.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was optimal lappage out of that one. I forgot to change this tire before we went out. I have another one right there, fresh enough. I thought I was leaking water out there, but I think it was just that clipping point jug I had in the back was leaking. So I'm thinking that hose is actually fixed. We'll see. I'm gonna roll it back here in a second and take a look at it. I made it back to the little spot, have my fresh tires on. Nick had to leave, so just me and Andy. I think I figured out what it was. It was like a connector got like jammed into the throttle body and like wasn't letting it close all the way or something. Kind of odd. I'm thinking that's what it was because there's a connector kind of jammed in there. We're gonna drive a little bit more at the space and hopefully head out for before we get in trouble around here. So we made it back to the shop right. That really loud noise you heard, I think I figured out what it was. So before we went out, I realized when I was doing the intake manifold that one of the motor mounts, the actual bracket that bolts from the block to the motor mount itself, the aluminum piece, was broken. I think 2 of the bolts came out and it must have broken then. Really odd. I've never even touched those bolts, never happened before. So we started it up, shook the motor, it looked okay, so we just went for it. And I think that loud popping was actually the motor shifting. It definitely looks like it's moved a little bit. Take a look in there in the back, you can see where those bolts are supposed to be and where they're not. And it's actually broken right there. You can kind of see it in the top right of the mount. I'm trying to get some light on it for you. I think the motor actually shifted up. You could even tell from the kink in this hose. There used to be a kink right here, now there's not. Along with this used to be so close to this. This hose here wouldn't even fit on there. So let's try it now. Yeah, now it just fits on there with ease. So I think that's kind of odd. I've never had that happen before in any of my cars. I'm just gonna have to add that to the list. This whole car honestly needs a full rebuild. It's been through a lot. I've maintained it fairly well, but you know, some things go out over time, especially abusing it with drifting. So with that motor shifting, it actually pinched a power steering line down at the bottom. I believe it's the little cooler line. So that's why we're paying out a lot of power steering. Something else I just realized. Yeah, that's not right. So the further I look into this thing, the more I realize what is broken. So if you can look straight down, so if you can look in the depths in there, that is the top of the motor mount and there's no mount on top of it. I actually snapped the bolt in the Condor Speed Shop mount. So I guess when this one was kind of broken, like I said, I thought there was still a couple bolts in it holding. No, it was just on this one. And I guess that pop was that bolt snapping and the whole motor just kind of being free. Well, Andy and I had a lot of fun tonight. Hopefully you guys had fun watching us. I was hoping to get a little bit more aggressive with the tandeming, but it was probably a smart move not to get too crazy with it, especially with the car being a little bit iffy. So that is going to wrap up this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to stay up to date with the builds. The E36 will get a full rebuild one of these days, I promise you guys. A lot of videos planned soon. I want to thank you guys so much for watching again. Catch you guys in the next one.